in Unit 6, Example 23, and this is a long one, so bear with me. Now I'm going to be entering some variables and some constant names that are rather large, just to be clear about what I'm doing. So if you want to enter in something a little more abbreviated, as long as you understand what you're doing and as long as you're consistent, that's fine. But understand that the reason I'm using long variable names in this stuff is so you understand what's going on, okay? So let's read this. User-defined functions. The cost to become a member of a fitness center is follows. The senior citizens discount is 30%. If the membership is bought and paid for 12 or more months, the discount is 15%. If more than 5 personal training sessions are bought and paid for, the discount on each section is 20%. Write a menu-driven program that determines the cost of a new membership. Your program must contain a function that displays the general information about the fitness centers and its charges, a function to get all the necessary information to determine the membership cost, and a function to determine the membership cost. Use the appropriate parameters to pass information in and out of the function. Do not use any global variables. So we're not putting variables up here. We're going to use some program constants though. We're going to set up some program constants here. We're going to declare some set prices and get membership cost functions here. You know, we're going to see if they're a senior citizen, if they bought more 6 months or more, you know, how many personal training sessions, all that stuff. Okay. So then you've got this already written. You got your main clause written here. So now they want you to call your set prices. Set your prices, your regular membership charges per month. You know, you're going to call your program you're running down here. So here you're going to call your set prices, call your get info. Those are the two things you're writing down below. Get information and membership cost function here. Then we're going to calculate and output the membership cost. Basically here in this particular thing is just you're going to get what kind of variables you're going to use, and then you're going to have your calculation below as well. So right here is write your membership cost function. So basically there's a lot of writing here, but it's pretty straightforward. So let me start at the beginning here. What program constants are we going to need? Alright, we're going to need one constant. It's going to be your senior citizen discount of 30%. We're going to have another one that's 12 or more months discount, and that's going to be 15%. They're going to have another one for 6 or more training sessions discount, and that's 20%. So let's set those up. So our first one is going to be the senior citizen discount. Remember, that's a constant. It's not going to change, so we can put it up top. Next, we'll take 12 or more months membership. The last discount is 12 or more personal training sessions. So now let's declare the set prices, get info, and membership cost functions. So what am I going to need for my set prices? The regular membership price per month. I'm also going to need to get the personal training session cost. I'm also going to get information. So I want to see if they're a senior citizen. I want to see if they bought 6 or more sessions. I want to see if they paid for 12 months. I want to see how many number of the months. And I want to see the number of personal training sessions. So all those are going to be in my get information function. Now I'm going to get my membership cost functions. So what I need to know, I need to know my regular membership price per month. I'm going to need to know the number of months. I'm going to need to know the personal trainer session cost. I'm going to need to know the number of personal trainer sessions. I'm going to need to know if they're a senior citizen or not. I'm going to need to know if they bought 6 or more sessions. And I'm going to need to know if they paid for 12 months. So that's all going to go into the cost of the membership. Okay, so I tabbed these over so you can tell the 3 different lines here. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to be confusing. Let me come on down. Okay, here is my call to set prices. So I'm going to write a set prices function. So what am I going to have to call for my set prices to work? I'm going to have to know what the regular membership charges per month is. I'm going to have to know the cost of one personal training session is. So let me call that. Now I need a call to my get information function that I'm going to write below. I need to know if the person's a senior citizen. I need to know if they bought 6 or more sessions. I need to know if they paid 12 or more months. I need to know number of membership months. I need to know number of personal training sessions. So next thing I need to do is calculate and output the member cost. So this is another call to a function. So what's the cost going to be? Membership cost is going to equal whatever the membership cost calculation is going to be. So to get the calculation, I'm going to want regular membership charges per month. I'm going to want to use number of membership months. I'm going to want to use the cost of one personal training session. I'm going to want to use the number of personal training sessions. I'm going to want to use whether or not they're a senior citizen. I'm going to want to use whether or not they bought 6 or more sessions. Then I'm going to want to use whether they bought 6 months or more sessions. Those are variables I'm going to have to use in this calculation. So I'm going to write that. So you can see that all this is within the parentheses. I'm going to use all these variables in my calculation. It's going to be a long calculation, but that's okay. Let me shorten this up a little bit. There we go. Okay, the last thing I need to do in my main function here is have to tell what the membership cost is to the user. So I'll just see out the membership cost is, and then whatever the result is. So there you go. So now all I need to do is I need to go and do my functions. So the first function I need to write is to set my prices. So this should be very simple. All I have to do here is to set my membership prices. So I need what? A regular membership and a personal trainer session cost. So all I need to ask the user is to give me what's the cost of a regular membership and what's the cost of a training session. So I got to write that here. Okay, now whatever they give me, I'm going to enter in as the cost. Now I'm going to put an extra line in here. Now we need to ask the user, what is the cost of one personal session? So whatever they give us, I'm going to put into the variable personal training session cost. Now all I'm going to do is give me an extra line here. So I'm basically done with the set prices function. Let me see what we're doing next. Oh, we're going to get the get information function here. Okay, so I'm going to need to declare my variable here. I'm going to call it response. So I'm going to ask them to tell me whether or not they're a senior citizen. So whether they give me a big Y or a little y, a big N or a little N, that's fine. So now I just need to have if-else statement here. If they're a senior, if it's true, then I set the senior citizen variable to true. Otherwise, the senior citizen variable is false. But first I need to get a response from them. I'm going to put a line in here. So now I have something to load up my senior citizen variable with. If response is yes, they're a senior citizen, else they're not a senior citizen. Okay? Simple if-else statement. So if they put in a bigger Y or a little y, senior citizen is true. Okay, otherwise, it's false, right? Next, we're going to ask the user how many personal training sessions they bought. So I'm going to put that into the variable number of personal training sessions. I give myself another line. If there's 6 or more sessions, then they get a discount. So let's do our if statement here. If the number of personal training sessions is greater than 5. If this is 6, then bought 6 or more sessions variable is true. Otherwise, bought 6 or more sessions is false. So now we're going to ask the user how many months you're going to pay for. We're still figuring out discounts. So what the number they tell us is going to go into the variable number of months. I give myself an extra line. So now I'm going to check. I'm going to see is a number of months greater than or equal to 12. If that's true, they get the discount. If this is true, pay 12th month variable is true. Otherwise, the pay 12-month variable is false. Okay, so that's the end of all our discounts. So we're done with this get info function. The next function we're going to write is write your membership cost function. So here we're going to figure in our discounts. So I'm going to have a variable in this section, double cost. So now I'm going to determine is the number of months greater than or equal to 12. Okay, if that's true, then I'm going to calculate my cost as the regular membership price per month times the number of months times, in parentheses, 1 minus the 12 or more months membership discount. Okay. Okay, otherwise the cost is regular price per month times number of months. So next I'm going to see, are they a senior citizen or not? If this is true, then the cost is going to equal the cost times 1 minus the senior citizen discount. So now I'm going to see if they bought 6 or more personal sessions. Okay, this discount is cost is equal to cost plus personal training session cost times number of personal training sessions times 1 minus 6 or more personal training sessions cost discount. Otherwise, Otherwise, the cost is equal to the cost times personal training cost times number of personal training sessions. Now, once we figured out all these discounts, now we're going to return the cost. So that should do it. Let's run our program. So enter the cost of a regular membership per month. What did you say, $50? Enter the cost of one personal training session, say $25. Are you a senior citizen? Let's say yes. Enter the number of personal training sessions bought. We'll go 3. Enter the number of months you're paying for. We'll put in 7. Okay, there you go. The membership cost is $320. Okay? You can do this. Once again, a lot of writing, but one way you can cut down the writing is maybe make these variables a little bit shorter. It's up to you, but you got to remember what they mean. Yeah, I mean, really, if it's vague to you, just use what I'm using. All right, and I'll talk to you later. You guys have a great rest of the day.